We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Today, a good one in the AFC East. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
He takes off. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick first down. 12 yards.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commanders' 23-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the
He slams it in there, and he is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
On a zone read, a give to White. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And
he is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
On 2nd down, it's Daniel. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Devontae Smith there to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Hurts. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He finds Devontae Smith. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
19 more yards.
19 more on that one. And another first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with time.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed. So replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles extend their advantage to 14-3.
Eagles 14, Commanders 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. The drive begins with a run by White. And he'll take this to about the 28. Zach Barr, the All-Pro, makes the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 5. Another run here with White. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
By Nolan Smith. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Commanders first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive. They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. Commanders with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. They'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
19 yards.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
The motion man here is McLaurin. Now Daniels going to give this forward to the receiver. That one not disguised too well. He'll get back to the line. That's it.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll set up the screen to White, and he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. Give him 13 on that screenplay, and a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win. That's exactly what he did here.
He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. And in motion is Brown. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He'll find his receiver, Johnny Wilson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29.
And an Eagles first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Eagles.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
They bring their tight end right. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. Uh-oh. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On second down, Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's third down.
Now Hurts. He'll try to run for it. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
Eagles.
And make it 3 touchdowns. Now, remember, he caught the one earlier. That's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles extend it to a 21-6 advantage.
Commanders 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start out first down and 10. Start this on the ground. And here's White. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On the give, it's White. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Right side. Catch made by McLaurin. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
That's good.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. The Break the Huddle coming up now for first and 10. To throw is Daniels. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Second and 10. Throwing now. Daniel. Oh, a loose football. Unfortunately for the Commanders, one of their guys able to get back in there and retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
He'll step up and run. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, as they'll discuss what's to come. It's fourth down's looming.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
It is second and 9. Now Hurts. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Hurts. Now he'll run. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. First and 10. Here's Hurts. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, You want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
A second down throw for Hurts. Catch made, right side, by Wilson. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
Third down.
Third and 2. Here we go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Hurts will try it again. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The Commanders' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll begin with first and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Here's Daniels. Forced out wide. Off he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
He'll take off again. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big play and a much-needed one as well. A gain of 48.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands, and here he rips off a big one.
A give, and here's White. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
White trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Tanner Brown on now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Commanders are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game.
13.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. The middle with Barkley. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackles behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
And in motion is Brown. On third down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. On first down, it's White, and he'll get about 5.
Rashad White, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Marcus Epps. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with White, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down
And they've
by
really
Douglas
done a nice
Smith.
job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. On the return, it's Covey. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, Daniels. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Washington.
And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
Man in motion is Brown. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
He takes off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders are back within 5.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Delivers it quick to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To throw on second down is Hurts. There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
Eagles. First down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did nice. Is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Hurts. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Third down and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is knocked away. Incomplete. Nice play defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep them contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Man in motion is Brown. On first down, Daniels. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
2nd and inches. On 2nd down, a run with White. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield and down at the 49.
Gain of 6.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left.
Oh, Barkley has fumbled. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a
Previous
replay.
play is under
So they
review.
might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another
Hurts finding Smith, and an Eagle. First down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
He'll step up and run this. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
16.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
21 yards.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And in motion is Brown. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Sometimes
10.
it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Moving to his left. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
When you're game planning during the week for a mobile quarterback like this, on every down, you have to have somebody to account for him. You can see why here. He's able to escape the pocket, turn into a runner, and he can take every play and make it a big one.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
He'll try and get, and he will score! Game on! Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Brown on now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Commanders have cut the deficit to 5.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Commanders 23.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Britton Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now, Hurts. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Now Hurts. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. And in motion is Brown. They'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is caught. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Barkley, and they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
Commanders 23.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense back onto the field for their next possession. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. Only one timeout remaining for the defense. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He gave one defender the runaround there on his way to picking up 8 yards. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll run the counter with Barkley. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
A gain of 12 yards.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.